So we're going to talk today about graphing ratio tables. Everything that we've been working on with ratios and ratio tables, now we're going to make pictures so that we can make predictions. It all kind of builds on each other. I wanted to spend a few minutes reviewing some ideas about graphing because you're going to hear these words and you're going to see these words. So if you want, grab your textbook. We're going to be on page 47. You can pause the video while you look for it and then unpause when you find it. So we see here this graph. This is what we call a coordinate plane. Co, if you're good with your prefixes in ELA, co means together, like co-captains or co-presidents. It means they do the job together. Ordinate means ordered. So we've got some numbers that are ordered together. And then the plane is just a flat surface, right? This is just a flat section. We know that a plane actually goes on forever in all directions without end. So this is just a piece of the coordinate plane because we can't possibly show you the whole thing. All right, another word is the origin. Origin actually means beginning in most times that you use it in the English language, and that is actually where you start graphing, so it's appropriate to use that word. The origin is 0, 0, and it's right here where the two bold lines meet. So right where I'm putting this dot would be the origin. Okay, then we have two things called an axis. Axes is plural. We have two axes, or we have one axis, singular and plural, right? The x-axis is the one that goes across the page, right? In this case, it's the one on the bottom. This is your side-to-side axis. And then the up and down axis is called the y-axis. Often if you look, you'll see a little letter that will remind you of that. Not always, all right? These will never flip-flop. The x will always go across and the y will always go up and down. One way that I remembered it, I have to cross my lines to make an x, and that's the one that goes across the page. To make a y, I have to go down below the line. So this is the one that goes up and down. I don't know, it's worked for me. And then we've got a point. In this case, it says 5, 4. This is what's called an ordered pair. Pair because, of course, there's two numbers. Ordered because the order does make a difference. If I was to switch these and say 4, 5, my dot would end up in a different spot. Okay, so when we graph, we always go X, then Y. We always go side to side, then up and down. Always. Always, always, always. And then, of course, this whole thing we said was called the coordinate plane. Okay, so to get this point, if I was told do 5, 4, I would start at 0, 0. I would go over 5 and then up 4 and make a dot. Always across, then up and down. Alphabetical order if you have to. Okay, let's shift over a page. So now this is page 46. Let's take a minute and do this. They're asking me to come up with the numbers for the dot that's shown there. Well, I know I go side to side first, so I'll start here and I'll come over. That looks like it's on 4. And then I'll go up and that looks like it's on 5. Same numbers as we just talked about, but a different order. The dot for the other one, I'll switch colors. The dot for the other one was there. So it does make a difference. If you're lost and you're giving somebody coordinates to come get you, you want to make sure you've got them in the right spot. Okay, let's look at 20. I'm going to come side to side 7 and then go up 3. 7, 3. Okay, now let's turn to 48, page 48. Let's talk about how this works with ratio tables. So you know ratios I can repeat. The example here says in dollars, the table shows the cost in dollars to create CDs of digital photos at a Photoshop for like saving them forever in case, online crashes. The table also shows this information as ordered pairs, number of CDs, comma, cost in dollars. So what it would have looked like up until now, most of our ratio tables were turned sideways. This does it up and down, exact same thing. So one CD is $3, which means 2 CDs is $6, right? Times 2 times 2. 3 CDs is $9 times 3 from the original times 3 from the original. And we could keep going. Let's say I was making them for my whole family for Christmas presents, or I had a whole bunch of CDs, a whole bunch of pictures from vacation that I wanted to make sure were backed up. Okay, you can do any multiple of CDs. Then they took these two numbers and they put them together as an ordered pair. So 1 CD for $3 becomes 1, 3. 2 CDs for $6 becomes 2, 6. 3 CDs for $9 becomes 3, 9. Then we can graph these. So from 0, 0, we go over 1, up 3, make a dot. Over 2, up 6, make a dot. Over 3, up 9, make a dot. And I could continue. If I had a bigger piece of paper, I could continue, go over 4, go up to that price, go over 5, up to that price. You can even, I'm going to use sticky notes as my ruler, you can even see that they make a line. So you could make predictions following it up, assuming that they would be in the same line. Okay, let's do one of these together. So at the bottom here, Gloria's earnings for 1, 2, and 3 hours. So 1 hour, Gloria got $5. 2 hours, Gloria got $10. 3 hours, Gloria got $15. And then they turned them into ordered pairs. So they want us to graph these. Okay, I'll start. This is the graph over here. I'll start at 0, 0, go over 1, up 5. Uh-oh, I guess I got to go halfway between them. 5 is halfway between 4 and 6. I can go over 2 and up 10. And then over 3 and up 15, and now they're going to have to guess it. Describe the pattern of the graph. It makes a line. What do you think? If she worked 0 hours, would she earn 0 money? Does that fit? Yes, it does. And we could continue the pattern up, up, up. All right, one more. Comparing. This is the best part. I've got 2 pieces of information. Renee and Gina both sat down to make a scrapbook, but they're doing different designs. Okay. Renee has 1 page with 4 pictures, 2 pages with 8 pictures, 3 pages with 12 pictures, 4 pages with 16 pictures. Gina has 1 page with 6 pictures, so she's got more pictures on the page. 2 with 12, 3 with 18, 4 with 24. I can compare them visually. So at the beginning, it's not that big a deal. All right, Gina, you got a couple extra pictures in there, no big deal. But by the end, you can see that Gina and Renee have a very different amount of pictures. Okay, they used color to show that. If you don't have colored pencils, you can do, say, Renee with dots and Gina with X's. And that way you can do them in the same color pencil or pen. You could do squares, triangles, different kind of shapes. All right. So this is what we would call a double graph, and you can compare.